Jay Rashid, Trump question mark.
Man, all I can say, this is what happens when you got these people who claim to be for the people messing up our money. You know what I'm saying? You had them in office for so long, and now you got people running over the Trump side, talking about, man, we can't wait to have you back as our 47. If Trump gets back in office, I promise you, it's going to be the end of democracy. But, I mean, this is what happens when you got somebody who's openly in your face, like, I don't like you, but we'd rather have someone who's honest like that in presidency than someone who's probably behind our backs talking about some, yeah, we're going to be in our face talking about some, yeah, we're cool with y'all black people, but fuck them niggas. Like, it's crazy how politics has gotten people. But, I mean, man, bro, like, Chicago, New York, honestly, America's in a bad state because we've been making these promises and it's going to look good to the general public as opposed to what's going on in your city.
So this is the thing. I came out. This is why I just remember. Like, I hear what you're saying about these people like stimulating the economy, and that can happen. But that transition period.
I told you that. I said that we have to front the bill first.
Oh yeah, okay. Okay. So in that front of that bill part, I guess that's what I was going to speak on. Yeah, that transition period is going to be fucking rough.
Yeah. But that's the point though. The guys that sit at the table, they see the rough patch, but they also see what comes out the end of the tunnel. We'll be okay because they was in their eyes we were all going to hit this rough patch regardless. If more people kept leaving, this shit was going to happen regardless. Certain things were going to happen to you anyway. So they like, let us do this to you now so we can avoid certain future problems.
So do you think? I mean, it sounds like you vouching for these people.
No, I ain't vouching for them. Fuck no. I just understand the plan. I see where they're going with it, but I don't like being fucked.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Chicago Black Delegation podcast. I'm your host, High Thinking, and here we are with yet another Brandon Johnson coverage. I'll tell you, man, mayors of Chicago, bro, the Chicagoland area is like they're just like the content givers that keep giving. It's always something with these folks. If it ain't Tiffany Hayard, it's Brandon Johnson. And as soon as these other mayors of like, I don't know, Robbins,
Dalton.
Dalton. Dalton been. They all over the news, right? Tiffany Hayes all over the news. Harvey, like you name, Riverdale, like you name it. Like as soon as these people start kind of open up and start recording their town hall meetings, we can start kind of getting their ass as well. But like I said, some of these mayors are just really, they try to be as shut-lipped as possible as far as the exposure they're giving to the American people, which is I don't know, I don't like it, but I mean, I don't know. I guess that's the town people's prerogative to allow them to do such things. But ultimately, we're here again with Mayor Brandon Johnson and the townspeople being angry about his handling of the money that he's being. He was given money for the COVID relief from Joe Biden. Spent all that on migrants and stuff like that, and then now he's just found all this money. You know what I'm saying? This additional money, and when I say money, I guess I really shouldn't be using money because that's not like detailed. I'm talking like millions of dollars here, right?
Yeah. On top of the 300, like Governor Pritzker, he made a bill to give him like $300 million, and then he tried to throw another 70 on that. You know what I'm saying? They're already getting the 300 in just like healthcare. They got to get all this free healthcare, so we got to pay for that. So that's like $300 million in healthcare for them.
Yeah. So we got exactly. So we got an article here from Fox News, kind of going into detail about what's kind of been going on here, and we have a resident here that has something to say. So let's peep gang. Let's see what she has to say, and then we're gonna briefly take a look at this article.
So happening today, Chicago City Council is expected to vote on a $70 million request to help handle the sanctuary city illegal migrant crisis. The vote was pushed back after residents called out Mayor Brandon Johnson on Wednesday. Watch.
Asking y'all to use our tax money for our people. We need it.
They're showing up here in New York, in Chicago, attacking people in the streets. The police are fighting with them in the shelters that you guys are funding.
P. Ray Easley was at the city council meeting, and she joins us now. Ma'am, thanks so much for joining the program. So when I look at Chicago, y'all have been struggling for a while, and y'all need resources there. How do you feel about the mayor dedicating those resources to the illegals in your city now?
It's the most disrespectful thing we've ever encountered in our lives. We've been paying property taxes in this city for generations, and to see them so openly give our money to people who don't deserve it is very insulting.
You know, Pierre, when I went to Chicago a few months ago, there were schools that were boarded up, and they said they didn't have any money to fund those schools. But
Correct.
conveniently, they found a way to open them up for the migrants to take refuge.
Correct, and those are not migrants, those are illegal immigrants.
You're
Our
right.
grandparents are migrants who left the South to come to Chicago, and we can't mix ourselves up with them. But to that point, it's extremely insulting. They've been telling us my entire life that they don't have money for this, they don't have money for that, we have to compromise, we must go without. But now we're seeing that they're able to print money out of the clear blue sky, and we want to know, why wasn't our tax money given to us?
You know, this is also, Pierre, a mayor that is prided himself on being a man of the people, helping the community. I haven't seen city council meetings this packed in a while. Is he listening to the people?
I don't think that he necessarily is. They, meaning him and his progressive allies, came in with a very strict agenda that they're following to the T. But to that point, I want to thank our mayor for uniting the city in a way that we haven't seen since the 96 Bulls, and that's against him and this progressive agenda.
Oh, I love that. Tell me this, I only got about 15 seconds left. Do you think that the voters there are going to respond at the ballot box?
Absolutely. We are looking forward to bringing back Donald John Trump Sr. as our 47th president. He's the only president who has a plan to close the southern border, which is going to cut off the pipeline of human and drug trafficking that's flooding the west side of Chicago. And we cannot wait to get you back in office, Mr. President. Please come see us in Chicago.
P. Ray Easley, a message to Donald Trump as well to come see the people. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay,
Yep.
that's about all they got to say about it. Okay, Trump, question mark? What y'all got?
I mean, they going. I mean, a lot of black people they swing to Trump's side, and I made a bet with my friend that the Chicago will flip red. He gonna owe me some money because people are a little upset up here. So that's
People are definitely upset up here. What do y'all think about the Trump question mark, man?
I think that was seriously planned and scripted and everything else. They used too many buzzwords to let you know both of them. But I'm sitting here and I do remember that the word illegal alien changed to immigrant, pretty quickly. And but nevertheless, I don't know what's going on with this mayor. I had high hopes for him. This is a really tough situation, but I don't know what to say.
Jay Rashid, Trump question mark?
Man, all I can say, this is what happens when you got these people who claim to be for the people messing up our money. You know what I'm saying? You had them in office for so long, and now you got people running over to Trump's side, talking about, man, we can't wait to have you back as our 47. If Trump gets back in office, I promise you, it's going to be the end of democracy. But, I mean, this is what happens when you got somebody who's openly in your face, like, I don't like you, but we'd rather have someone who's honest like that in presidency than someone who's probably behind our backs talking about some, we're going to be in our face talking about some, we're cool with y'all black people, but fuck them niggas. Like, it's crazy how politics has gotten people, but I mean, man, bro, like Chicago, New York, honestly, America's in a bad state because we've been making these promises and it's going to look good to the general public as opposed to what's going on in your city.
To the point where it has made Trump he looks like a answer or a solution.
Yeah, right. Like
to a lot of people.
But that's the problem, though. People really don't understand politics, though, when they think he's the answer solution because he technically can't solve your state's problem, right?
Mm-hmm.
He technically can't. He can't technically do shit here. Technically, he can't. It's your government official, it's your mayor, your governor, your senator, your aldermen. Those are the people that's been fucking you. It technically isn't
Yes,
really
sir.
Joe Biden. It's really not. It's really Mayor Brendan Johnson, good old Governor Pritzker. You know what I'm saying? It's not, and the aldermans. You know what I'm saying? They're fucking you. So it's not like, so when they vote Trump and they go like, why Trump have to stay in Chicago? Because he physically can't really do nothing unless he do like an executive order where he just deport people. But he has to get like approved by Congress and certain things. It's a lot of like, you know, laws you gotta, you know, get passed to even do that shit to a motherfucker, right? So they may not even allow him to do that because they're trying to say the migrants is growth for us, right? Because technically millions of people been leaving Chicago, right? So now that we have these extra group of people that's cleaning up some of the vacancy, but the problem is they're poor and broke, so we're paying for them. But down the line, right? When they get jobs, they're going to be productive in society, and that's going to help our economy. But we got to get past taking care of them first to get them to do that part. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're trying to get us to do because that's what they see in the future when they do their analytics. Well, technically, y'all was already fucked anyway because y'all was losing millions of citizens regardless. So technically, we seen y'all a couple million. Y'all technically need them.
Technically, yeah. Arguably, yeah. At the same time, though,
And that's what they going off of. That's the analytics. That's what they see.
stimulating the economy is definitely something I've definitely heard. I've definitely heard in the past. But it's like you have to make the. I guess somebody that is like against that ideology is gonna have to convince anybody, the person that's making the claim that you're making, that that our homeless population is willing to pick up the slack that they sent these migrants here to do. Even though, like, keeping in mind that a lot of the homeless population is kind of up there in age and may not be as able-bodied as like the migrants that's being sent over.
You're getting young men.
Say it again.
I was saying you're getting all just. It's
And
not
kids.
a lot of family. They're young men. These are all young men. So these people are going to work.
So you also have to.
Young
so
lady.
like you have to. We can. I don't like. I'm stuttering so much right now because I don't like the idea of like this generalizing conversation we kind of doing right here. But like, you have to be aware that there's a significant portion of these people that are. Not, how do I put this? They're criminals. You know what I'm saying? Some of them really are criminals. Hopefully,
homeless people.
huh?
So it's homeless people.
So are the homeless people. So that may perhaps that offsets that claim then.
Yeah.
But like it's just that I think Black America's. This is what Black America not really saying right now. This is what they need to say instead of we need to vote for Trump. They need to be saying that instead of these people occupying spaces that were meant for us as Black Americans, how about we put these people in? How about we place these people in more suburbs away from like places already struggling economically? You know what I'm saying? Let the people the people in like rich neighborhoods essentially do more into taking care of these migrants. Even though these people are going to make the claim that these people are stinking up our environment and they're on the streets, they're on the corners and stuff. Okay, sure, but like, bro, we as Black Americans are already in damn near already in the slums. We already occupying these slums out, and then we already are struggling with the opportunities that are presented for us. And like, it's like I said, most crime in general is only actuated because of lack of opportunities. If we put these people in our community, I mean, y'all know where I'm going with this. If we place these people in our communities, and then have all of us essentially fight for whatever opportunities is available, then I mean, like I said, it's gonna be a fight. It's gonna be a lot of fighting. Mm-hmm. But let these people, like I just said, just put these people in places that have the space for them. We don't have that space in Black Chicago. That's not a xenophobic type of thing. I'm not trying to send these people anywhere for that matter. I'm speaking for Black America at this point. Black Americans only just want what's what's entitled to us. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just about reparations. This is about the place that we spent the taxes. We did the work. We did everything necessary for our kids to be able to benefit from by way of opportunities, by way of jobs, and by way of being fighting for some sort of I don't know, arguably meager attempt of self-sustainability. All right. So I would argue that's something we should probably start moving towards instead of looking at Donald Trump to solve this issue.
I mean, you kind of asked your own question though, with the rich people trying to take up the slack. One of the surrounding suburbs do not have to do it if you're not part of Cook County. That is a Cook County law. That's why you don't see them in Naperville.
But they going to Indiana too. They placing these people in Indiana as well, right?
No, they just going to Indiana. They're not placing them fucking anywhere. They just going there.
Really?
Yeah, they just going there. Like they're not placing them anywhere. They just going there.
That's crazy.
Which kind of where I kind of want to chime in at is right there. And the reason why they're not going to Indiana is because it's a Republican state. So it's not Donald Trump that may not be the answer, but us becoming swing voters may be the answer, because if Chicago all of a sudden was Republican mayor, Republican government, the guy that just ran too, what was his name? I can't remember his name.
Vallis?
No, this brother, this black guy from Aurora somewhere.
He was giving everybody gas and all that stuff.
Man, no, not Willie Wilson.
That's Willie Wilson. I know you're talking about
this brother
from the Moore. I know you're talking about.
Pritzker literally paid to prevent that guy from becoming governor. He may have won, man, because. And I say this because there's a whole bunch of issues, man, and not that we can talk about them now, for black men in America. Over the last 20 years or so, man, it's been a decrease of opportunity. It's been harder for us in a lot of different ways, even from the marijuana. We should be all over that. We should have black dispensaries everywhere.
We can't get them.
You know, a whole bunch of stuff for black men that has been where... if it was an even playground, if they didn't have a democratic situation going on, and I do mean a democratic situation, I can go for hours about that, the playground would have been a little bit more even, and I think we could have made much further advances than we have over the last 20 years in a Republican situation rather than a Democratic.
Yeah, okay. So I don't know. One more question about, a couple more statements about this great Trump answer. Everybody seems to be convinced with.
I mean, people just don't understand politics. That's why they think Trump's the answer.
So like this lady, like the lady with the you saw the lady with the American head great again hat. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta stop doing that one.
Yeah, they folks all over the place with it, but. Jay, you definitely made a statement earlier, and what you had just said. Like, do y'all think black people should be worried about the quote unquote end of democracy?
I don't think it's gonna happen.
I think if we want to really have like a fair stake in this motherfucker, I think we should care. But I mean, like the fall of democracy, it's not gonna happen for like. Say like the people running this country, no, that's not gonna stop. But I mean, like our shaking it, we gotta be careful.
Yeah, you're right.
But,
there's still many laws that are set to protect us. That's
what I'm saying.
Without democracy, man.
Now we may lose our fight in democracy because our voice will be null and void because we won't probably be providing too much to society anymore if we let motherfuckers outplay us. You know what I'm saying? So that can happen.
Okay.
Because the reason everybody listen to other ethnicity groups because they bring a certain level of money into to the folk.
All right. Okay. So, this is probably the nicest we've been talking. This is the nicest we've been at Democrats in an extremely long time on this platform. Just saying. But just to kind of bring the balance here, I don't want Democrats to forget that you're fucking up.
Really bad. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're on your ass.
Like I said, we talking about 140 million. What was it, $140 million? The which was supposed to be allocated towards COVID relief, which we already I mean, they've thrown it in our face multiple times. That all black people are disproportionately affected by the COVID virus because of the funding that wasn't. I'm sorry, what if I can remember it correctly? It was specifically due to the availability of the vaccines in like black and black neighborhoods and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like there was just an outage. Like they had they had enough of it in like white areas or rich areas rather, and then it just seemed to run out in like poor areas. It's like some along those lines for the most part.
That's facts. I had to go to Dyer, Indiana to get mine. To get mine.
To get your so and
What,
like
the vaccine?
Yeah.
You shouldn't have got that shit anyway. God,
I had to for a job, man. I ain't trying to hear that shit. I had to get a job, all right?
Yeah,
niggas suck my dick when they
but like
say that
supplies in general was like quite scarce and like in our neighborhoods and stuff like that for myriad of reasons, but a lot of it just specifically due to the poverty in our areas and stuff. But yes, we were disproportionately affected by it, and then for them to make this decision to spend that COVID relief on migrants, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of spit in the face of like to us, especially understanding that these were the same people that's making these claims that we were the ones that's again disproportionately affected by the COVID situation. And then that aside, like 70, like you see it right here. You know what I'm saying? $70 million is what they're going to be allocating to these people. You know what I'm saying? That Brandon Johnson is trying to convince voters that this is a good idea. And it's like, again, like Democrats, like I want black Americans want you guys to fucking get it. Like it's like for me, like. For the similar reason, I want Republicans to start to fucking get it and like open their eyes and start listening and taking our conversation serious. And when I say serious, I mean stop coming up with shitty like rebuttals to like very serious claims that we're making, but like open up your eyes and understand that there's a real problem here, and then so we can start working towards creating like actual solutions. And until like both Democrats and Republicans start taking like actual intelligent people serious, both of them gonna just simply fail the black community. You know what I'm saying? And the black community is gonna be essentially rebelling against both. And it's gotten to the point where a lot of people making a claim that we need to create our own like political platform or a political party, and that's not even gonna get us.
I mean, they just wouldn't fuck with you.
Right. That you know what I'm saying? But like it's like I would say, but in my opinion, the only good that can come from creating our own political party is that we're pulling votes from the Democratic Party, which is going to earn the Republicans the win. That's all that's going to freaking happen. And then at best is gonna require the Democrats or individual Democrats, right, to start listening to those lobbyists that's trying to make the case for why Black Americans' votes matter, right? Does that make sense? Like
it does.
Yeah.
I just think it's a much quicker way to do that. Simply vote Republican, and they'll get the message really quick.
Yeah, you gotta show them. I mean, but the problem is black people ain't showed the motherfucker yet.
Right.
So that's why for Chicago to really do what they want to do, they will have to flip red. I hate to say it, that's the only way it's gonna happen. You don't have to vote Donald Trump though. You just have to flip the state red. You know what I'm saying? You have to go Republican.
Yeah, I don't like that. I definitely don't like the idea of voting for Trump. I don't like the idea of voting for Republicans at all. I say the main problem I have with that is it tells Republicans this is all we got to do to earn y'all vote. It's absolutely nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I prefer.
I mean, they both don't have to do. I'm not just saying neither don't do shit for us to get our vote, but the problem is. Like the Republicans, it would just stop certain things from happening to you, right? Like people just really black people lived under the crucial rule of Republicans for a very long time. We didn't deal with it, right? We survived because they make a certain level of economy where that's a little bit more survival to us. They would like taxes to a certain degree, and that's what people are tired of, getting taxes, and they want to have the ability to buy homes.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So if they can come in and get those two things right, the lower them taxes, let niggas buy home, get the food and gas regulated, and it's always true. When we have a Republican president, the gas is always cheaper. That's a real thing, right? So if they can somehow, cripple this food market and shit and get the housing shit back going, people will be okay. Black people will be able, even though they still don't do it, but we will still be able to survive in this motherfucker, right? We will still have ability to kind of prosper like how we always did. But under the Democrats, bro, we really not really doing what we think we really doing. They only allowing a select few in certain areas in certain cities. But as a black people as a whole to this motherfucker, nah, that shit ain't working out. It's just not really working out for us. And they keep promising things. Every president, and nobody's done nothing for you. Even the great Barack Obama ain't do shit for you. So it's like, we gotta let this shit go. At some point, it's like they said, you keep doing the same thing over and over, and that's like some form of insanity. And we damn near crazy as fuck in this bitch right now. That's all I'm saying.
Look, just to really jump on that real quick, and then say this. Yeah, we have been democratic by conditioning our parents and their parents and all that for years, so long to the point where Democrats it's money in the bank with the blacks. They're gonna vote for us no matter what we do to them. Yeah. They're gonna vote for us. You see what I'm saying? And what we need to show them is that no, I'm sorry, those days are over.
Fuck you.
We're gonna vote for those who are beneficial to us and our community and our people. But just a perfect example of what you were saying. I forgot what I was going to say. I'm done. I'm done. I forgot. But that's real talk. We need to go ahead and swing and let them know that we're not going to just business as usual.
Okay. So, like I said, I made my case as far as why I prefer voting for the couch, or if not that. A Democratic, maybe, because I know there's some other Democratic people, Democratic presidents that are actually still in the runnings. That's going against Joe Biden. I'm sorry, that's going to be fighting for the electoral place of Joe Biden, even though they're not getting any freaking shine, because, like I said, when the Democrats choose a person, they choose that person. But like it's like I really don't want to say. God damn, this is gonna suck to say. Voting Republicans does seem like it's gonna be the biggest slap in their face. Like, hey, tell them to snap out of it. You know what I'm saying? And some people say, and it'll also appease the people that say, okay, you have to actually vote for people to actually hear what you're saying, to actually care about what you're saying. And that's like I said, that's a flat out lie, because that's what we have lobbyists that speak on the behalf of us. That aside, I made my case for why I say we should vote for the couch. If y'all want to say, hey, Republican flipping the state red, it's the way to go. It is what it is. I'm not gonna make a big debate about this. But what I will say is something's gonna happen. I'm sorry, something needs to happen, and it's likely going to be flip the red. Granted that Democrats keep making decisions like this. The progressive mayor, speaking on Brandon Johnson, who has vigorously defended the city's sanctuary policies in the past, wants aldermen to green light the extra cash dip, despite the Windy City having already poured $300 million into housing, food, and health care for migrants, according to the city's latest numbers. That shit has to stop.
And they're talking about another 300 and something.
They want another 70 million.
They want another
70. But what about the money to the governor?
Yeah, the governor. Yeah, that's another 300. So that'd be 670 million, because the governor is opposing the bill of 300 million for healthcare. So this is just for us to pay for the healthcare bill. When every time they go to the hospital and get sick, shit like that. That's just for us to pay for the healthcare part.
Wow.
So this is the thing. I came out. This is why I just remember. Like, I hear what you're saying about these people like stimulating the economy, and that can happen. But that transition period.
I told you that. I said that we have to front the bill first.
Oh yeah. Okay. So and then front that bill part. I guess that's what I was going to speak on. Yeah, that transition period is going to be fucking rough.
Yeah. But that's the point though. The guys that sit at the table, they see the rough patch, but they also see what comes out the end of the tunnel. We'll be okay because they was in their eyes, we were all going to hit this rough patch regardless. If more people kept leaving, this shit was going to happen regardless. Certain things are going to happen to you anyway. So they like, let us do this to you now, so we can avoid certain future problems.
So do you think? I mean, it sounds like you vouching for these people.
No, I ain't vouching for them. Fuck no. I just understand the plan. I see where they're going with it, but I don't like being fucked on the road. I'm the guy that's getting fucked. It's offside now.
Can I bring up a little point? It's kind of off just a little bit. It's we're talking about a group of people whom I see every specific day or whatever, and these people who are immigrants, so they call them, they're showing me people with their heads being cut off and people being chopped up and put in boxes, and this is my family. Cartel. They saying that the cartel was after they had to leave, and so my heart goes out to them for that. I mean, if my life was threatened, I would run anywhere I could go to save my life. And with that being said, I am empathetic, but at the same time, we cannot just disregard our people, man, who've been struggling here in this city for so long, and take the resources that we have. This is the thing I wanted to say about Democrats. Over a period of time, last 5-6 years, maybe 8, the population of wealthy black people has grown. Mm-hmm. But also, interest rates for homes have grown 7% to over 7% now. Food, energy, everything has gone up to suck everything. Every growth period that we made through a Democratic government, man.
Illinois is number 2 in property taxes.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. New Jersey number 1 of all places.
Yeah, always. What we looking at?
It's amazing. I was looking at it, and I was looking at the number in the demographics in the city of Chicago alone, but across the country, same thing is happening. Black people have grown. A lot of black people, new businesses, all kind of entrepreneurial ventures and all kinds of things, and they've grown. They've earned a bigger dollar. However, the cost of living has grown right along with it.
Yeah,
and it looks like a plan. I promise you, you can't. You're moving too fast, sir. We need you to stay down, because for the first time, you're able to buy property, have income property, a house and a boat or something. But everything, even just from food to insurance, car insurance, everything has just tripled, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Interest rates.
And like I said, that definitely, all of that definitely requires a significant deep dive that we won't be able to explore today. But for the most part, as far as the commoners is concerned, they're gonna blame the leadership for these types of things, whether they like it or not. And the leadership is gonna face the consequence of that. So hopefully we figure it out soon. If you stick with us here on the Chicago Black Delegation podcast, we will find answers for you eventually, or you can be part of the conversation and help us find a solution. So, but in the meantime, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Chicago Black Delegation podcast signing out.